So one of the fun things about realizing, I guess, the game aspect of it is that it is constantly going to give you what you need. And it will only give you as much as you can handle when you're playing the game, I guess, according to the rules that the universe would like you to play it. And I'm going to try to clarify that because there is kind of no right or wrong way to live life. So, this is more of a, the universe knows the perfect way that you could live your life. And I say the universe meaning, I guess, just like experience and us manifesting ourselves and our true versions of ourselves. It will give you exactly what you need when you need it. And there's no question about whether you can handle it. It's like, no, you can handle it. And if you can't handle that moment was designed to help you prepare for another one. And that, I guess, was the framing that then I had to realize was like, well, that framing is healthier for me than, man, everything sucks. Fuck the culture, fuck society, like being like bitter. I was like a bitter motherfucker about it. And I know that. And luckily I feel way less bitter now, honestly. There's probably always going to be a little bit of that like chip on my shoulder from some of the things in life that have tested me a little bit, or really people that have tested me. And that's okay. I guess the greatest way for me to overcome that little ego part of me would be to transcend that and to no longer give a fuck. I'm still not there yet at that, so sorry, but like, fuck my haters though. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, I don't feel like I have haters. You know what I mean? Like, there might be people who don't like me. That's okay. But if you really like take the energy to hate me, like, dude, I'm not thinking about you. I'm really not. Like, no offense, but like, if there's negativity and it's outside of me, then you best believe I'm gonna avoid it any way that I can. Because I don't need negativity in my life. Like, I just don't. I've had enough of it growing up, of people around me, or friends, or even not friends, right? Just like people that are just like in your social circle, so to speak, where I don't need to bring that in. I only want to bring in people who are dope, who are real, who are willing to fucking be vulnerable, who are willing to dare greatly. Like that Brene Brown book that I've been reading, which I'll link in the bio. But like, seriously, like, it's okay. Like, if you don't like me, that's fine. But like, just know that I'd rather avoid you. So I'd rather you just like be like, all right, I don't like you, dude. Like, okay, cool. I will avoid you. Because it just doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't bother me. Like, if you don't like me when I'm being the best version of myself, then dude, I probably don't like you either. Honestly. Because if you're dope and if you're being like the best version of you, even if we have certain personality things that don't click, like, I'm going to still fuck with you, even if I don't want to hang out with you, And I guess that's the difference. There's like a hater mentality, and then there's like the positive mentality. And I've been a hater, and I've chosen now to be, and I don't mean literally now, I mean in the past couple of years, chosen to not be a hater, chosen to be somebody who's like, you know what, appreciate it when people become who they are supposed to become. That is, to me, even if I don't like the person individually, that to me is more powerful, because we need more people doing that. I've said it a bunch of times in this podcast, but for real, like, we need more people being themselves, because most people aren't themselves. Most people are scared to be who they are. Most people don't know who they are. That's the fucking worst part. You can go through life. There are people who literally go their whole life and they never figure out who they are. And that's sad to me. Like, that, I don't want to see that. I want to see more people figuring it out. Because I genuinely believe that when people figure out who they truly are, there's not a single bad person. The problem is there's a lot of people who become who they believe they are rather than who they really are. And it's hard because it's an abstract thing. Like, who am I really, though? What am I? And I don't have the answer for you. I only have the answer for me. But it's something that when you go on a journey of self-discovery, when you decide to analyze yourself in a way where you don't overthink it, but like, you pay attention to what you're doing. You set intentions in your life that you're like, I want to go here. I want to accomplish this. How do I get from point A to point B? And that alone is like that. You're dialing in your radar to now be going towards those things. And for me, I dialed in like, all right, I want to do this art thing. I want to do my creative endeavor. I want to do this podcast. I want to write my show. How do I do it? Well, the first thing I thought of was I need to get the fuck out of Florida because it ain't happening here. And you know what? It wasn't happening there. And since I came here, it's certainly happened a lot more. So obviously I followed my intuition and it led me in the right direction. So number 2 is like, after you set your intention, well then, okay, what are some strategies? So like plan. And this planning, what I want to make sure that I say, because this is something that I tried doing last year and I was not balanced with how I planned this. But make sure when you make this plan that you factor in your mental health, that you factor in your social life, that you factor in time to yourself. Because if you don't factor those self-care days, it is going to blow up at some point. It is going to hit a point where you are going to be a stress ball that has this anxiety just building up and you end up having like a panic attack. And that's not good, man. That's not good.